I'm Ryan,
I'm Julie.
and this is the Stories We Leave You.
Welcome back. Today we are talking about Ryan's transition story.
Dun, dun, dun. That's right, folks. You haven't heard the word on the street? I am a trans man.
Shock horror. Let's start from the very, very beginning.
Like there needs to be some...
Twinkle, 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 twinkle. Back to your childhood.
My childhood. What about it?
I mean, let's start with what are some of the earliest memories you have of, I don't know, feeling like, oh, maybe I'm a boy or maybe I'm not a girl, or I don't know, just anything that would give you any clues.
I mean, first of all, like, people have to understand that the vocabulary wasn't there.
Yeah.
And the exposure wasn't there. I mean, growing up primarily in the 90s was basically I was a tomboy. I had all guy friends. I mean, I had some friends that were girls, but I gravitated towards playing with boys.
Well, and you had a brother and you had a lot of boy cousins.
Yeah, I mean, I would say my brother wasn't like, like he wasn't super into sports, and like we didn't really play together in a,
Yeah, but
much. But
my point of mentioning that is just that you had a lot of boys in your circle anyway.
yeah, I mean, I was the only girl in the family, so I feel like there was an expectation already set for me to be like super girly. Like my aunt always wanted a girl and she ended up with 2 boys. And yeah, it was just like rough and tumble and
Yeah.
sports outside constantly. Didn't want to dress girly whatsoever.
With your mom trying to put you in the girliest, frilliest dresses.
I mean, when I was, she tried as long as she could. and then some, like even into like middle school, I remember it was like, oh, why don't you wear this? Why don't you wear that? And it's like, I don't want to. So, I mean, if I'm going back to like, I mean, it's forever. Like I was not going to be this, girly girl person. I was always more interested in hanging with boys and doing that. And I remember playing up the street, all guys. And I mean, I don't think that influenced anything because there's plenty of, I had plenty of friends in school that were girls, but I played with all boys on my street. We went in the woods, watched wrestling, played army or guns or whatever.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that. I didn't enjoy makeup, dressing up.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'd say like as far back as I can remember, I was not your average typical girl.
Girly girl.
Girly girl. So, I mean, it wasn't until like way later that I realized that fit into being a lesbian at the time.
Yeah.
And, I've told you before, like it was a show. I don't remember what the show was called, but I remember watching it on MTV, and it was a dating show or something. And there were 2 girls dating, and one was like not super butch, but like more of like a chapstick lesbian, like sports, play softball type of thing. And I just remember thinking like, holy shit, I'm a lesbian. And it freaked me out because that was the first time I like said it to myself, which is super scary.
Yeah.
And then from then on, it was like, okay.
What do you think made it scary? What was scary about it?
I think, first of all, like figuring out, and this is obviously at that time, figuring out who you are and like accepting it was like, it was scary, but it was also like euphoric. And I was just like, oh my God, like that's it.
Yeah.
I don't need to find the perfect guy. I haven't, it's, oh, you haven't met the perfect person. You haven't met the perfect guy and whatever. And like, yeah, I went on like dates with like one guy in particular that we would always hang out, but like nothing ever. It was always like, oh, sometimes like I'm feeling it and I'm like, oh yeah, he's really fun to be around. But it was when we were just being like friends.
Yeah.
And my mom always was like, "You're so hot and cold with it." And it's like, "Well, because I'm not interested." And it's like, I'm trying to convince myself. So when it's like, "Oh, I'm actually like a lesbian and I like girls and like
Yeah.
this is something that I'm gonna have to navigate going forward." Like I was not about to come out. I mean, this was before my brother moved away for college. So
So you were still in high school?
I think I was in middle school because I was still in the little bedroom and we didn't switch until he was like a senior in high school. So I was in seventh or eighth grade when I finally yeah. So I went all through high school.
And so that's just when you realize, like, "Oh, I'm a lesbian. This fits. I like girls, I don't like boys."
Right. Yeah. That's exactly it. It was like, holy shit. Like something was always just off
Yeah.
and then it just like fit perfectly.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this is
That makes sense. Like, I can stop forcing this thing that doesn't feel
correct.
right.
Yes. And you had heard of, Ellen DeGeneres and things like that, but like there wasn't a lot of exposure, especially like in the media.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh crap. All right.
And this is why representation is so important.
Yeah. I mean, living in today's world, it's like, holy moly. Like I didn't know, I don't know if I knew anybody who was gay
Yeah.
at that point, guys or girls, like, unless it was the one off, like, yeah, there was that Friends episode, like, Ross's ex wife is a lesbian, but there was always this, like, there was never anyone that looked like I thought, like,
Mhm.
I wanted to look,
Yeah.
more butch or
'Cause they wanted the lesbians to be
to
pretty.
be pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ellen was the closest thing, but
Mhm.
I don't remember being like, "Oh, that makes me feel better." It was like I was still really young for
Mhm.
that, and it was like televised, and then her show got canceled, and it was like, "Oh, okay, well, let's just make this person just disappear for right now because that's not what we want the world to see."
Yeah.
But, yeah, figuring that out and then still having to, like, hide it because I didn't come out until college, so I had to navigate high school, which was interesting.
Yeah. Do you
Even
wanna get into high
college.
school?
I mean, there's really not much to it. It's just when you realize that you're gay and you have to hide it, it makes it it makes it complicated as to why you might want to hang out with a certain friend more than others or, you have that it's almost like a curse because everybody wants to be together with their best friend and when you have friends who you connect with, yeah, it's hard to not be attracted
Yeah.
to your friends, which I know is like a common thing that happens. And at that point, it's funny because when I was little, I played with boys all the time. Didn't really have a whole lot of girlfriends. And then as I got older, it switched. I didn't hang out with guys. I only hung out with girls, which is just how it happened to be, whatever. And I had friends who I was really good friends with. And then, as I got older and, you start feeling attracted to people, it's like, of course, I was like, oh, yeah, that guy, like, he's so hot and whatever. And I mean, none of my friends, I mean, maybe they knew, maybe they didn't.
But
It's
you never spoke it
no,
out
I
loud to
didn't I
anyone
didn't
till
tell any of my high school friends
college.
I was gay until college. But it was I don't remember if they said like, "Oh yeah, we already like knew." I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, they were my best friends.
Yeah.
But, you have attractions and you're like, "Oh, this is never going to happen." And like now you have shows where it's like you see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a struggle and all I remember is I kept thinking to myself like this is going to be better in college.
Yeah. And I know you went through, like, depression in high school.
Yeah.
Do you think that was related to the
No.
fact that you were in the closet?
Mm, I don't remember it being at the forefront. I mean, yeah, that's hard to keep a secret,
Yeah.
and I feel bad for anyone who can't just be who they are and not be afraid of that,
Yeah.
but also it's like, it was hard enough trying to fake date boys. I was not about to I didn't that's like the scariest thing ever, like, thinking someone might be, but then, like, no way, no way. It was not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I think the depression came from something else that was on a whole other level
Yeah.
for a whole different episode.
Okay. We'll save that
But
for
no, I
that.
don't remember thinking, I mean, of course it was like, and here's where now looking back, the trans community would say these are trans thoughts because I kept thinking, I guess, yeah, it did add to the depression because I was like, if I was only born a fucking guy,
Mhm.
these feelings would be completely normal. I could act on them. They would be, they wouldn't be looked at as in any different way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I was born, looking back, I was born in the wrong body because I didn't want
Yeah.
to be gay. I wanted to be normal and I wanted to be a boy so that I could like girls in a normal social world.
Yeah. Like, I remember you telling me about you watching movies or something and seeing couples together, like straight couples, and being like, "Oh man, I wish like I could be that guy."
I want to be the guy, not just the guy in the relationship. I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember you telling me that before you even came out as trans.
Hmm.
So do you think those were possibly, like, early trans thoughts that you
Hmm.
just didn't have words for, or didn't maybe it just didn't click at the time?
Didn't click at the
You
time.
thought I was just related to the gayness?
Yeah. I
Okay,
thought
that's fair.
that me being female and me realizing that I liked girls or women, that one, I had to choose a role kind of
Yeah,
thing. I knew I wasn't going to be like the girl. So I wanted to be the boy in the
yeah.
relationship. That chivalry, like open doors for, take care of a lady.
A lady.
But looking back, it's like, yeah, if I could choose, I would be born a boy and just be a normal, like heterosexual male.
Okay, that
But
makes
that's
sense.
not what I'm going for as a trans man. So it's
Right.
like even more like complicated. But that, yeah, looking back, yeah, everyone in the trans community would be like, those are trans thoughts,
Yeah.
not just I like girls, because there's plenty of girls out there who are girls
Mhm.
and girly girls who like women and don't
Yeah,
want to like, and that's fine if you're the butchest of butch lesbians. There's a piece of you that holds on to being a woman and a
yeah.
lesbian.
And that's why I think it's hard for people to understand, because as a society, we do like people in boxes, but it is such a spectrum of
Hmm.
things, like the Kinsey scale. It isn't just like black and white. It's we all have these different levels. I think even those kind of things shift throughout our lives.
Hmm. Well, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
And it's easier looking back and like, oh yeah, the signs were there the whole time, but navigating that in real time, it's like, I don't know. So growing up, being a lesbian, coming out to everybody, it's like, okay, figured out who I am. I could be who I am. I have people who support me.
Okay, back up
And
for 1 second. When you came out as being gay to your friends,
mhm.
did it feel, I mean, was it like, okay, like this is it. This is what's been the problem. Like, did you feel whole at that point, or did you still feel like something was off at that point?
No, I felt good.
Okay.
I felt like I was owning me
Yeah.
and like I could be who I wanted to be. I never really felt like, oh, maybe there's like a little smidgy left to figure out and
Mm,
whatever. That's why it was so annoying
yeah.
when I realized that I was trans. Like it was so annoying because I was like, no, I figured this shit out once and now I have to figure it out again
Yeah.
on a whole different level. And there's so much more that I need to figure out because I'm married and have soon to be 4 kids. This could blow up my entire world.
Yeah.
And like you saw the struggle of me like going back and forth and back and forth and like, holy shit, it was just like so, so much more.
Okay, so let's get to where things like really started, like I guess where it really like clicked for you, where it started to change. You really were like, wait a minute, this is something
So
else.
it wasn't, I wish it was a light switch. Like I'm jealous of all these kids who are like, oh yeah, trans 100%. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Like it
well,
wasn't like when
fuck.
you saw the thing on MTV as a kid, like
No, no,
I'm a
no,
lesbian.
no. It was a slow, gradual thing. And maybe that's because I was older And I was like,
Yeah.
no, this can't be happening right now. Like, fuck.
No, I already went through this once.
And like, yeah, I was like, but there's a lot of other factors that went into it. I'm like, okay. So basically it was, during COVID, working from home, I had a lot of time to kill I was on the computer all day for work, watching YouTube videos, Instagram, whatever in my spare time. And I remember coming across a trans guy's profile and I was like, hmm, interesting. So dug deeper, saw that he had, top surgery is actually how I found my surgeon, but something was happening where it wasn't just interest. It was like, oh God, did I misdiagnose myself, basically?
Yeah.
And it's because more people are coming forward and coming out and sharing their stories. And, this was a guy who's, married and it was just kind of a crazy, wasn't like a seed that got planted. It was more like uncovering something that I didn't even know was there.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I don't know, we're always evolving, we're always changing. And I think it's just, I don't know, it kind of hit me not out of nowhere, but out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whoa, hold on. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm still into the ladies, but there's something more that I want for myself.
Yeah.
And I think I was just too busy or suppressed it. Didn't have, I don't know, I guess having that representation, like on social media, I guess helped break down this door that I had locked shut for whatever reason. I think,
Yeah.
honestly, I think it was like a subconscious thing, maybe that, oh, I'm a lesbian. Okay, well, that means I can date and love who I want. This is what I want for my life. I want to get married. I want to have kids. The way we had to have kids didn't change,
Yeah.
but something, I don't know, something clicked. I can't really explain it.
Do
You have to like be in
you
my mind.
do you remember when you told me?
No, I don't.
I honestly don't either.
Like, um,
Like I'm trying to think back. I want to say you maybe hinted at things. And I don't think you were like trying to hint at things. It was like you would just say things every once in a while that were kind of like, "Hmm,
I
okay."
had verbal diarrhea
Yeah,
and
it's like I could see that during COVID you were like definitely on some kind of self journey, self discovery. Like I could tell you were like deep in it. And I was so busy. Like I was trying to
you were pregnant.
no, COVID, I had Finley.
Oh, oh, that's right.
So I was homeschooling the kids. I was trying to take care of a 3, 4, 5 month old. So I was like deep in that. And I was working because I was doing VIP Kid.
Hmm.
So like I feel like we had our own things going on then. But I don't really remember you coming out. Like even when you got top surgery. So that was like a whole thing where you shifted to. At first it was like, "Oh, I want smaller boobs. My boobs are way too big,"
I
which
always
they were way too big.
huge. I always wanted them off.
Yes. So I remember you saying like, "Oh, I just want smaller boobs, maybe like an A cup or a B cup." Like you
Hmm.
started small and then it was like, "I don't think I want boobs at all." But like we
I
weren't
knew I
calling it
didn't.
top surgery. It was
No,
like, "I just don't want boobs." And then it was like eventually you kind of like embrace like, "I want top surgery."
well, my whole life I wanted smaller boobs.
Yeah.
And when my physician first asked me, because I said, like, I want a breast reduction, like, and she goes, all the way off? And I was like, it's kind of like when someone accuses you of being gay for the first time. It's like, what? No,
I
no.
didn't say that.
And I said, no, I just want them as small as possible. And I was like, I don't, like,
Just down the nipples. I'm
right,
not
like,
cutting them off.
I
What are you talking about?
don't even have nipples. I want them all gone.
Right.
And it was the fact that, so I couldn't even get in for a consultation for a breast reduction here in St. Louis through WashU because I needed to be at a certain BMI,
Mm,
probably
mm,
because of insurance.
yeah.
So I was like, well, fuck, I'm never going to be able to get this. And like, it was such a defeated moment because I'm like, oh my God, I'm like stuck in this body. That was
Yeah.
the biggest thing, literally. And I was just like, I am stuck with this. I hated having them on my body.
Yeah.
And I think part of it was because they were so big, but also because they're boobs.
Yeah.
And when I found this Instagram account and they're like, gave a shout out to their surgeon, I was like, well, let's go check out this surgeon. And it turns out she's like top in her field for LGBTQ surgeries. Like
Yeah.
she specializes in that. And like, we can talk about her on 5 more episodes because she's amazing. But looking at her page, her YouTube channel, and just her practices website, I was like, oh my God, like that is the chest that I want.
Yeah.
I want a masculine chest. Like I don't want boobs. And so like that was a whole thing I could dive into. And I'm like still to the day shocked that I was able to just like have a consultation with her and boom, book the surgery.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. All I knew is it was like, these are coming off.
Yeah. Well, and it was even here, I remember they didn't call it top surgery. It was like, didn't they classify it as, they kept saying like mastectomy and things like that. It wasn't even,
Insurance classifies it as a double mastectomy.
yeah. So it was like, to go that route, you'd have to call it that. You'd have to do it that way. And
Yes.
it wouldn't, when they do mastectomies, they're just trying to get rid of the chance of cancer. You didn't want that. It was like, no, this is like top surgery. I don't want it to just, you're chopping things off. I want it to look a certain way.
Yeah, it's gender affirming surgery.
Yeah.
Is technically the correct term. Insurance companies will not accept that unless basically I had to be diagnosed with gender dysphoria by a psychiatrist or a therapist, yeah, by a licensed professional. So did that for like a year, tried to work through my shit, decided to get top surgery, and it was chest, or what does she call it? I think it's just chest masculinization, something.
No,
but it's gender affirming.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that they told me they couldn't get me in for a consult here because it would have been just mastectomy.
Yeah.
Like just cut them off. Let's not make them, look pretty. There's aesthetics that go into it. And basically you get to create the chest you want.
Yeah.
And even then I was not saying that I was transgender.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I remember you got the top surgery and you were like, okay, yeah, this is it. That's better. But I don't think at that point you'd even said like, no, I am trans.
No, I wasn't planning on taking testosterone.
You had
nothing.
not said those words to me yet. Like,
no.
Obviously, like I said, I could tell you were going through things. I could see that there were like changes. And it was kind of like, oh yeah, this top surgery, this is going to do it. Like, I feel like that's kind of where you were at. Like, I'll get this top surgery. I won't have my boobs. I'll feel better.
I thought I was back on track.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, finally, like, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yep.
And at the time you were like, no, like, this is it. I just needed top surgery. I'm not going to be doing like hormones or anything like that. And a few months later.
Literally, yeah. I remember I told the few friends that I had at the time, like, oh, I'm not changing chemically and taking hormones. I had already told my family, like, oh yeah, like I remember telling, sending a text to my brother and his wife, and I'm like, if they still my nephews and niece want to still call me, Auntie Ryann, I'm fine with that and whatever. Like I think I was just kind of in a little bit of pushback and denial because it was such a slow evolving.
Yeah, because you were still, I don't think like I said, I don't think you had said that you felt like a man. None of that. I don't think we were changing pronouns or anything.
No, I was against changing pronouns for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was like, I wish everyone who tries to figure out who they are had someone like you in their life, because you gave me, first of all, when I had my verbal diarrhea fits during COVID, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm having these like thoughts and whatever, like you, one, when you don't know what to say, you stay quiet, but also you realized that there just needed to be like a sounding board, but like it was also super scary because I knew that there was a chance that our marriage could end.
Mm-hmm.
And that was super fucking scary. That was the one thing that was keeping me from telling anyone,
Yeah.
including myself. So I was like, it's not, I kept trying to tell myself it wasn't worth losing you and our family.
Yeah.
Not that I would lose the kids in any way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
but we have a dynamic.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh shit. But, denying who you are as a person clearly like wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
And that's just proves so much more that these things aren't choices for people.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I've lost friends, family members, don't talk to them anymore. And it's tough, but like you were the one person that I was like, I could suppress this for the rest of my life if I needed to.
Oh, thanks.
I could be who you want me to be, but no, like you were just like so patient. And it's not even about like being supportive, it's about the patience behind it and
Yeah.
like just letting me talk, letting me go back and forth. Like you even said like one time you're like, "Oh my gosh, let's just try different pronouns. Like, would
Yeah.
you?" And you asked, you were like, I'm just gonna start using it and see how you feel. And it's like, holy shit, that's exactly, I think, what any trans person or non-binary or whatever, they need someone in their life that's like, well, let's just try it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, we can stop and whatever. And like letting the kids choose for themselves, like, because for a while I was like, yeah, sure, keep calling me Mommy Ryan.
Yeah.
But then there was a day that it kind of like flipped and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And the more we go on, the less I push against stuff and like I just let it happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it was like at the surgery. Like I think you actually mentioned this on one of our first episodes when they used a different pronoun. They said like he
yeah,
or something, and you like
yep.
corrected them. You're like, whoa,
They
no.
never once asked me for my pronouns. Maybe Dr. Gallagher did. I don't remember.
Yeah. Which is kind of interesting for the
A
people who work
primary
in, yeah,
trans
because
clinic.
even just because you're getting top surgery doesn't mean you're trans. You could just be non-binary. There's plenty of
Right.
non-binary people who get top
Right.
surgery as well.
I mean, I think the nurses were used to what kind of surgery I was getting, and those were my pronouns. Yeah, should you
Yeah.
ask? Fine, but I was in so much pain and like on so much medication, and I just remember she kept saying he, and I was like, she is fine. And it was weird because it just came out, but I think it was I wasn't ready because
Mhm.
this is what I knew
Yeah.
physically I needed to do for me, regardless of pronouns.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I remember it was like, all right, now I have this. Like, I immediately felt physically better. And it was just something I wanted for so long. And I was like, it was a very good moment in my life.
Okay, so surgery was April 20. When was Violet born? 2022.
Yeah, it was April.
April 2022.
It's coming up.
It was the end of the
Like
month. Yeah.
23rd, 24th.
Yeah. Because I was pregnant
Mm-hmm.
and that was fun because we got a little Miami vacation, even though you were not feeling
I
well
got some
part of
pool
the time.
time a little bit outside.
Yeah. I got lots of pool time. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so Violet was born in September. When did you start your hormones?
June 14th.
So end of April, May, June. So not even
A full 2 months later.
Yeah.
I was in my endocrinologist's office and I had already decided. It was so crazy. I was like, all right, I'm going to see my endocrinologist in June. And that day they're like, do you want to start testosterone?
Yeah.
Like, we talked about it, obviously. It wasn't just like, hey, we have this drug, you want to take it? But it was like, I knew going in, they're going to ask if I want to start it.
Yeah.
Or if I want to come back, I can start it later. And I was just like, why start it later? Like, I'm just going to have to make another trip. Let's just start it today. And it was like, I remember asking the nurse, I'm like, is it weird, like, doing this for people, like, knowing that their lives are about to change and whatever? And they're like, yeah, we think it's really cool. And, it was just so like, here's how you do it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is that it?
Yeah. That's so funny though, because
I was dead set against it.
yes, after the top surgery, it was like, no, I'm not. Like, I think that's when you started kind of toying around with the pronouns, but it was like, No, like, I'm not gonna do hormones or anything. You were still kind of, like, had that pushback a little bit.
I didn't know. I didn't know
Yeah.
because, of course, everyone identifies with their gender a different way, even
Mhm.
cis people.
Yeah.
Um, which, for those who don't know, cis are people who are born assigned male or female at birth and
Cis female.
live that way, and trans are the opposite. So you have cis and trans, at least with those terms,
And then there's non-binary.
and then there's
The
everything else.
range. Yeah.
Yes, I remember everything was great. I had what I wanted, 1,000%. Never regret it. And a couple weeks later, it was like, here come the thoughts. Something's still not it opened the door even wider. And
Yeah.
like you're never gonna know that. That's why people have to be like patient with themselves. It's like you have the ability to become the best version of yourself, but you are allowed to go this way or come back and go that
Mhm.
way. And like just I would have never in a million years been like, okay, I don't want to chemically change. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say there's risks involved, and the thing that in my mind makes me trans is like I want facial hair. I wanted my voice to get deeper. Do I wish it would make me grow taller? Yes, because I'm just a short guy. But like there are also things like hair loss, which my hair has started to thin, which is super fucking obnoxious. But it's small things. But I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I want to take hormones. You have to take them the rest of your life. But it wasn't like, yes, absolutely. Top surgery?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like 1,000%. So after the top surgery, it was like, I'm not done. Fuck. And like, again,
Yeah.
another moment of like, this is so obnoxious. Like, and given my age, I was like, I'm like, feel like the oldest fucking person coming out right now is trans.
Yeah.
And like, I have to go through a second puberty, and I'm going to start getting, I had like the occasional acne and, body hair, like all this stuff. I'm just like, I have 2 kids going through puberty right now. And like, I'm going with them.
Yeah.
And, my son and me are trying to see who's going to grow a mustache faster, which he is. And I'm
He's got
annoyed.
you beat a little bit right
Yeah.
now.
He's
Yeah.
fucking almost 12. I'm like, God damn it. Yeah. All that came flooding in, and I'm like, fuck it. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this is what I have to do.
Well, and I feel like it's with any journey that we go through. I mean, whether it's like a weight loss journey or, anything like that, there's always, everyone says it's not a straight line. There's
Mm-hmm.
always those like ups and downs and back and forth. And why should this be any different?
The society is not on board
Right. Because you're not
with
in the
it,
box.
and
Yeah.
there's laws and all that shit you have to deal with, and it's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, another tick on the checklist of no one chooses this.
We
In
got off
conclusion,
track
no, I don't
again.
remember the first time I told you.
5 hours later.
No, I don't think I said I'm trans for a very long time.
hmm
It didn't feel right at first.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, well, like finding the terminology was like the most annoying thing, because it's like you tell people not to put other people in boxes, and yet that's all you want to do for yourself because you
hmm
just want to feel normal. It's like, can you just give me just a term, a word? I don't want to be under this umbrella, but like I do that with my sexuality. So I'm like, I was really kind of sad to think that maybe I was going to lose my lesbian card because I loved being a lesbian,
Yeah.
which was like, you don't think about things like that. It's like, well, I like all our lesbian friends, and
hmm
now I'm the only guy,
Yeah.
and we go camping with this group of people. Everybody's gay, all lesbians,
hmm
and I'm just like, oh man, like, am I gonna be able to like? I don't know. You just think about these things because it's so like your gender boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily they've been all
They've
amazing.
been accepting. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well, we'll get more into the actual coming out to everybody and how everyone feels on the next episode. And we
I mean,
can,
didn't we already cover that?
not really.
You want to go deeper?
Yeah. I mean, we talked about like the timeline of when you told people. We haven't talked about my side of it. We haven't
No,
really,
we haven't.
we haven't really talked about like coming out to the kids, how
Okay.
your parents like how people have dealt with it.
It was super scary because you'll get into your side, but I don't know if it was like blindsiding or whatever. But like you staying quiet, sometimes it's because you don't know what to think yet. And that can be scary because I'm like, oh God, all right.
I'm a processor.
Is this what you see for your life? Because going from when I first met you, I would have never been like, oh, yes, this is what she wants for her life.
Well, especially back when you thought I was like a religious, small town Bible thumping.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's things you haven't shared with me thought-wise. Just don't divorce me like in the public eye.
In the next episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
Sometimes I get insecure and I'm like, does she really still enjoy our marriage as who I am?
And that's why you need to be in therapy, babe.
I know. Spoiler alert, she does. She loves me.
I do love you. But you were like that long before.
Oh, I was a needy,
even having kids.
Needy bitch. Just suppressed it.
Just comes out every once in a while. It's okay. We all have our insecurity. Anyway, on the next episode.
To be continued.
We do want to thank everybody who's listening. We're seeing those downloads. We've got some 5-star reviews, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
We're just glad to know that there's at least a few people out there who want to listen and care. If you're enjoying the show, keep listening, share it with a friend, especially if you have somebody. These episodes, if you know someone who is in the trans community and you think it might help, please definitely share those just to get the story out there so other people aren't feeling so alone in their journey. Go to the show, give us a review, follow, and find us on Instagram, The Stories We Leave You. And we'd love to hear any questions you have, suggestions you have for episodes. And yeah,
anything. Nothing's off the table.
Yep. We're pretty open. So.
Open book.
Until next time. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.